And San Antonio has possession. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Hardaway with the bounce pass. Robinson sets a screen for Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
These offenses have been so sharp, so focused, so dialed in, and neither one is slowing down in the late game.
If anything, I think they're gaining momentum. Both determined to run up the score as much as possible.
And then Malone with the jam.
No doubt about it. That's a big shot. Huge from Karl Malone. He's definitely a go-to guy in this league.
Pass to Harris. Over Best. Rebound, Utah.
I don't think you can ask for a better look, just not the result they were looking for.
Yeah, he's got to put that miss behind him and continue to fire away when he gets that kind of a look.
Now, here's Malone. And the shot goes in.
I think this is where you get the ball to Malone. Feed the big man and let him get busy.
San Antonio's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Big hoop right there with extra emphasis that time.
And Clark, it's the point guard slamming it home. How about that?
That bucket feels like more than 2 points. Huge in this game.
Here's Malone. Tries again. A rebound by the Spurs. Ellis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Van Exel against Hardaway. It falls!
Big-time points from Penny. They needed a hoop, and like the leader he is, Hardaway delivered.
The Jazz call timeout. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Guys, during that last break, I heard what Jerry Sloan talked to his team about. Now, he preached the importance of patience down the stretch. Coach said, we're not going to get it all back at once. Let's take it one trip at a time. Make it simple, make it easy. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Spurs on defense, leading by 5. Inside, here's Malone. It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And how about Malone coming up clutch right there? The mailman does indeed deliver.
It counts.
A much-needed hoop right there. What a game.
The Jazz call timeout. And what's their best move at this point?
Can't afford to waste time. If they can get a score quick enough, they can get back on defense and try to get a stop instead of having the foul.
.34 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Malone. Got it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
The muscle from Malone, outstanding at staying in control despite the hit.
And now we've got the intentional foul. .26 seconds left in the 4th quarter, and he commits the intentional foul. That's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Big free throws there, making this a 2-possession game.
The Jazz call timeout. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The shot from 20 feet away. Here's Malone. Good!
Boy, that big reach of Malone, so effective on the glass, helping him to get to the loose ball so he can throw it back in the hole.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Hey, that's the right play. It's the smart play. You got to stop the clock.
Hoping for a missed free throw or two. Every point is crucial here.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
You know, they've got to get a quick basket. They need to get busy in a hurry.
Score and then foul to stop the clock.
That's a long way out there, but, you know, it's a shot he knows he can make.
Fearless and deadly.
Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. And the basket by Van Exel.
Hey, this is a rinse and repeat just like last game. He's had his fingerprints all over this one, looking totally dominant.
He realizes his strengths on offense and does a fantastic job playing to them and finding ways to stay hot.
And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. Well, that'll do it, folks. Glad you could join us for the Western Conference semifinals. And so for Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, .133 left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Dawkins. Here's Woods, guarded by Pippen. Here's Dawkins. Fox with the steal. One-on-one here. And it's Fox with the jam.
Fox unafraid of the big moments, relishing the opportunity to come up big there.
1:05 left in the fourth quarter. Dawkins against Fox. Dawkins the pass to Woods. 6 on the shot clock. 3. Good!
Not shying away at all, fearlessly stepping into that big shot. Wow, beautiful.
That takes real guts. I think this whole arena was holding his breath.
Now here's Pippen. A pass to Fox. Over Dawkins. Fox, no good.
Well, there wasn't much there in terms of defensive pressure. I'm sure he'd like another crack at that shot.
Down low, here's Jones. Money!
Even when the pressure gets dialed up a bit, Eddie Jones can be trusted with the rock. He's a consistent shooter under any circumstances.
The Bulls call timeout. So both teams changing it up here. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Guys, during that last break, I heard Phil Jackson as he talked with the team. Now, he begged his players to keep it simple out there. He told them one possession at a time. Don't look at the scoreboard. What's most important is running our plays and being aggressive defensively. We'll see if they can follow that game plan. Guys?
Thanks, David. We've got 28 seconds left in the game. Jordan dishes to Pippen. Pass to Williams. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Garland feeling it out a little bit. And the Bulls with another miss. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Well, you know, he had to stop the clock, so that really was the best thing he could have done there.
Yep, can't just let the other team drain the clock when it's close like this.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that's how you slam the door shut on a team. Steps up to the line and puts the game away.
And so the Bucks take the win. It's time for us to say so long. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage during the second round of the NBA Eastern Conference Playoffs. For Mike Fratelli. Russell finds Rodman. Malone outside. Del Negro against Van Exel. Rodman with a screen on Del Negro. Van Exel passes to Rodman. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Jazz lead by 4.
And Rodman, a solid inside scorer. Picks his spots well and uses his body well, too.
Anthony against Stockton. Back to Hardaway. Pass to Del Negro. No good on the triple. Utah leading by 4. There's a good screen. Here's Malone. And it's Malone finishing it off.
And you see the strength of Malone, able to shield the ball through contact and finish well.
Timeout Spurs. Ellis, he's checked in for San Antonio. Walker comes in for Anthony. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear the Spurs head coach go over the game plan during the timeout. He said, hey, we're still in this thing. We just have to trust each other out there. Be aggressive, stay together, and play as a team. We're coming back and winning this one. Pretty confident words, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. Now here is Hardaway. Ellis with it. Shot clock at 5. Robinson sets a screen for Harris. And finished off by Robinson.
Superb movement by Robinson. He's assertive but also agile. Nice pick and roll.
Utah leading by 4. Van Exel with it. Picked up by Harris. After Rodman, Malone in the corner. And the mailman slams it down.
Oh, the big man putting some extra spice on that one. Malone with the explosive jam.
Hardaway goes in. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
He's got his fingerprints all over this game, excelling in every aspect.
Stockton pitch to Van Exel. Stockton with a screen on Hardaway. Pass to Malone. Into the lane. Rebounded by Hardaway.
When you do moves like that and you miss, you know you're going to hear it from your coaches and your teammates.
And it's Ellis finishing it off.
Showing off some big-time athleticism and adding a little extra flair as well on that dunk.
Just like you, Clark, you used to say, hey, if you've got it, flaunt it. And you
Let
did.
it flow. Let it flow.
Well, thankfully, he made it. But I'm sure his coach would like a more cautious approach in that situation.
Rising to the occasion, Malone delivering the clutch points.
Robinson a screen on Stockton. Harris, bounce pass. Outside, Walker. Harris looking it over. Drives to the hoop. Money!
No pressure at all. He's not feeling it. Unfazed, completely unfazed.
And delivers with a clutch bucket.
Pass to Malone. Over Ellis. And another assist.
No doubt about it. That's a big shot. Huge from Karl Malone. He's definitely a go-to guy in this league.
Timeout Spurs. .44 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Count it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And he thrives in these moments. When the stakes are high, his team knows to get him the ball.
Here's Malone. Yes!
Oh, he delivers ice water in those veins.
34 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Hardaway against Malone. For 3, Harris. The rebound by the Jazz. And so they foul intentionally.
They want to extend this game. That's why they did what they did there.
Yeah, so they had to foul there. Need a little luck now.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he ends up making the second, and that puts them up by 5. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 5. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
No doubt about it. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
They do have to work quickly, but it is still possible.
Here's Hardaway. Oh, wow, man!
Big-time points from Penny. They needed a hoop, and like the leader he is, Hardaway delivered. Well, it was a must-foul situation. They were hoping for somebody not quite so good at the line.
And that's a good job from the offense to get it into his hands. They knew the foul was coming and got it to their shooter.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
Makes the wall, and we have a 2-possession game.
No time to waste here. They've got to act fast right now.
No room for error. They need to execute.
Harris misses, and he commits the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game. And again for 3.
His hot streak continues.
Night after night, making his presence felt offensively.
And so the Utah Jazz win the series and will move on. It's time for us to say goodbye. We hope you've enjoyed our second-round coverage of the NBA Western Conference Playoffs. For our terrific reporter, David Aldridge, along with Clark Kellogg and Mike Fratello, I'm Kevin Harlan, saying thank you for tuning in tonight. So long and good night, everyone. Here's Davis. Outside Pippen. Grant sets a screen for Pippen. And then Pippen slams it in.
Boy, that's leadership right there. Coming through in the clutch. Pippen knocking it down in a big moment.
The Hornets call time. So for the Bulls, Hot Rod Williams is checked in for Davis, and it's Garland in for Fox. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, during the break, I listened in on what the head coach of the Hornets was getting across in the huddle. Coach was really hyping up his guys. He told them, this is what it's all about, fellas. You're in this spot for a reason. Go out and take this win. See if they can follow those instructions, guys.
Thank you, David. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Following the score by Charlotte. And it's Mourning with the rebound.
And although he's capable of making these, the D was right on him. I think next time he should look to be more patient for a higher percentage shot.
Here's McLeod. Here's Hawkins. Richmond for three. He scores his fifth field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
They rely on Richmond for those big points. Mitch, fantastic in the clutch.
Now Pippen. And it's Pippen slamming it down.
Just what they needed. Able to find some points and build some momentum.
Hawkins kicks to Richmond. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Back to Richmond. Shoots over Pippen. Chicago grabs the miss. Williams has got 8 rebounds in this game. Richmond the pass to Hawkins. Good on the shot. Hawkins has got 4 this quarter. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Hornets.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issues defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And the block numbers also stand out to me. Challenging shots at the rim has been a big part of their defensive success tonight.
Clearly a mix-up defensively there. Way too easy inside.
And in a close game, those can come back to haunt you.
Pass to Johnson. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Here's McLeod. 1:04 left in the fourth quarter. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Mourning. Got it.
Mourning coming alive and nailing the big-time shot. Talk about being absolutely fearless. There it is right in front of him.
The Bulls call timeout. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And it's Pippen with the jam.
You know, there are only a few guys that you can really trust taking that shot. Pippen is one of those guys.
I expect, Clark, they'll take their time here.
Yeah, every second that ticks away plays to their advantage.
Now here's Richmond to the inside. Hawkins goes back up. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They have to convert so they go to a consistent score. Hawkins is just the guy for the job.
That's good from Hawkins.
The and one puts a little extra insurance on their lead. What a good play.
The Bulls call timeout. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
Hey, the strategy is simple. Get a quick score and foul right away.
That's got to be their mindset, and they'll have to execute perfectly here. .32 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
Garland against Hawkins. They get it again. It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
And how about the timing from him on the offensive glass? Positioning himself perfectly to capitalize.
Well, it was a must-foul situation. They were hoping for somebody not quite so good at the line.
And that's a good job from the offense to get it into his hands. They knew the foul was coming and got it to their shooter.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Those are critical foul shots. Love to see him knock them down there.
Chicago calls timeout. They're behind by 6. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Look, the game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
Can't make one mistake here. Have to act fast.
Jordan deciding where to go with it over McLeod. Jordan can't get it to go.
Boy, that's a squandered opportunity there.
One he'd like to have back for sure.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. And that one's good by Pippen. So it's Charlotte picking up the win. And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference Finals. Clark Kellogg, Mike Fratello, and David Aldridge. And the Jazz with possession here. Now Van Exel. Russell looking around. Best. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe he was too open or something. He really should have hit that one.
Grant the pass to Hornacek. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
This one has been all about effort for them, in my opinion. Hitting the offensive glass hard. Getting those extra points off extra possessions. That's big-time work there.
And also, attacking in transition has been working for them. Credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
And he makes the first. For the Jazz, Rodman comes in for Bullard. And Stockton subbed in for Russell. And so he hits both. Here is Stockton. To the left wing. Up top, Malone, guarded by Weber. Stockton outside, 5 to shoot. Chris Weber with the rebound. Weber's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Alexander. Plays it up and banks it in. Alexander's got the lead up to 7 now for the Warriors.
And both teams have been clicking all night long on the offensive end.
Great shooting, and they've executed well. It's nothing but fireworks for the fans.
Now, here is Weber. Wiseman with the rebound. It's Rodman with the ball for the Jam. And the jam by Karl Malone.
No doubt about it. That's a big shot. Huge from Karl Malone. He's definitely a go-to guy in this league.
Timeout, Warriors. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin. Hey, during that last break, I heard the Warriors coach as he addressed the team. Now, his perspective was to play like we're behind. He said that's the energy we need right now. We haven't won anything yet. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks. .132 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Brandon. And that one is off. Jazz trail by 5. Rodman dishes to Stockton. The Jazz working the ball around now. Back to Malone. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
And how about Malone coming up clutch right there? The mailman does indeed deliver.
Here's Weber. And he banks in the layup. Weber's got 36.
Big-time delivery from Chris Webber. He knows his team wants him and needs him to knock these shots down.
Three-pointer. It's good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Humongous make right there. Stepping up for his team in a big way.
That takes confidence in your game.
And in the pass to Webber. Money!
And this is what makes Webber special. His ability to take over on offense.
The Jazz call timeout. Stockton from outside. Chris Webber comes up with a rebound.
They need points right now. Shots like that are not going to help them get back in this game.
Malone comes with the double team. Here's Gatling. Got it. Good job in the low post. Now it's a 6-point Warrior lead.
They appear to have vice gripped this one, especially with the clock melting away.
Just have to continue to play smart. As long as they do this, they should be able to grab the W here.
And the Jazz call time here. They're trailing by 6. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
Look, the game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
Can't make one mistake here. Have to act fast.
Here's Van Exel. It's tipped. And they go to the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in.
Well, there's still a little time on the clock, but I think this one's a wrap.
A few possessions I'm sure they'll review on film. Might have changed the course of this game.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. That concludes this broadcast of the Western Conference Finals. For our reporter, David Aldridge, along with Clark Kellogg and Mike Fratello, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you. Pippen, the pass to Grant. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Davis finds Jordan. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Not shying away from the moment, coming up in a big way.
The Hornets call time. So for the Bulls, Williams comes in for Davis, and it's Garland in for Fox. The Hornets also with a sub. Percy Hawkins checked in for Woolridge. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on what the head coach of the Hornets was getting across in the huddle. You wouldn't know they were down from what he was talking about. He was positive with the team. He was calm. He said he wanted to keep them focused. It's a pretty good approach, guys. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Now here's Richmond. Richmond with the screen on Grant. Clock at 6. From deep three-point land. A shot by Johnson, no good. Chicago leading by 4. Grant kicks to Jordan. Back to Grant. Pass to Pippen. And here is Williams. Grant with the ball. It's hauled in by Alonzo Mourning. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Ramsey passes to Richmond. Second chance shot, and it's good on the layup.
They rely on Richmond for those big points. Mitch, fantastic in the clutch.
Jordan kicks to Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
When you got to have a hoop, Grant is a very good option because he can just play bully ball and get into his shot.
Richmond against Pippen. Richmond no good.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Pass to Jordan. 46 seconds left in the game. From down in the low post, it goes.
Nobody's more clutch than Jordan. Nerves of steel late in the game.
Richmond against Pippen. Tries it from 19. It drops. And now they trail by just 4.
And I like how versatile he is on offense. Capable of burning defenses in so many ways.
Drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
These guys have been lights out from the charity stripe, protecting their lead.
The Hornets call time. And here are the Hornets now. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Shooting 2.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. And short of a miracle, and that's what they're going to need, they're walking out of here with a tough loss.
Well, they fought all night, terrific effort, but they just couldn't make enough big plays.
It's good from beyond the arc.
Don't be fooled by LJ's size. 6'6", 250 pounds. You can run your offense through Johnson. Tremendous passer. Nice feel for the game.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. From deep three-point land, Hot Rod Williams comes up with the rebound. And so it's Chicago winning this one. And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference Finals. And so for Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge. Pippen with it. Takes it inside. And the slam dunk by Pippen.
Boy, that's leadership right there. Coming through in the clutch. Pippen knocking it down in a big moment.
And Exel passes to Malone. Fires from 14. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
No doubt about it. That's a big shot. Huge from Karl Malone. He's definitely a go-to guy in this league.
Pippen dishes to Grant. There's a minute 34 left in the 4th quarter.
Big bucket from Horace Grant. No fear, even when the lights are brightest.
The Jazz call timeout. And the Bulls with some changes. Hot Rod Williams is checked in for Chambers. Jordan comes in for Fox. And it's Garland in for Davis. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, during that last break, I heard what Jerry Sloan talked to his team about. Now, they preached the little things in the huddle. They asked their team to battle on those 50-50 balls. One extra possession could be all the difference. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David.
Especially down low, the incredible scoring mailman, Karl Malone, does his work.
And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Chicago. At one point, they led by 16. On the money from 12 feet away.
You know, there are only a few guys that you can really trust taking that shot. Pippen is one of those guys.
Here's Van Exel. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th.
Well, Jordan has been fantastic.
Here's Van Exel. There's 57 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Malone. Over Grant. Chicago grabs the miss.
Great defense. Forcing the tough shot. Getting a hand up on him is a must.
And these calls are not easy for the refs to make.
Things happen so fast in real time. These refs do their best to get these calls right.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Sensing an opportunity here to increase the lead and capitalizing on it.
The Jazz with another miss. Garland against Van Exel. Here's Jordan. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Malone.
They're doing absolutely everything they can to close the book on this one.
Yeah, the time on the clock and the numbers on the scoreboard are all in their favor right now. That is how you end it. Sink them all. Don't leave any doubt.
And not much left to play for at this point, Clark.
Kevin, you leave it all out there. You give it your all and let the chips fall where they may. Just was not their night.
20 seconds left in the fourth. And an intentional foul right there.
Well, it was a must-foul situation. They were hoping for somebody not quite so good at the line.
And that's a good job from the offense to get it into his hands. They knew the foul was coming and got it to their shooter.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Utah calls timeout. They're down by 8. Guys, what do you think?
You know, this talk might be more about lessons learned in this one because the time for strategy is in the rearview mirror.
I'm sure Coach still wants to see a strong finish, though, and keep his guys' morale up.
Nineteen seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Scrappy under the basket. Great strength to pull in the board.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. That concludes Game 2 of the NBA Finals. So for Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, and our entire 2K crew, this is Kevin. In the pass to Malone. Jordan against Stockton. Jordan deciding where to go with it. It's Pippen on the win. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Chambers. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Chambers got the lead up to 7 now for the Bulls.
These offenses have been so sharp, so focused, so dialed in, and neither one is slowing down in the late game.
If anything, I think they're gaining momentum. Both determined to run up the score as much as possible.
Contributing heavily, doing his part on the offensive end.
He's got a great basketball IQ. He knows what'll get his team back in it.
Chambers against Malone. Here's Jordan. And Jordan throws it down.
Firing on all cylinders right now. Jordan is showing no mercy and getting any shot he wants.
Rodman with a screen on Chambers. Here's Malone. Out to the right wing. For the three. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Van Exel.
A superb outside shooter. All Van Exel needs is just a sliver of daylight, and he's money.
The Bulls call timeout. And the Bulls making a change here. Grant's checked in. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
During that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Phil Jackson said to the team. While the team is up, Coach doesn't want his team to let up. He told the team to finish this game. Do not think this will be easy. We've seen comebacks before. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. It's stolen by Rodman. And the Jazz pushing it up now.
Boy, I love watching Stockton share the ball. He does it with such a plum. He's unselfish and always looking for the open man.
Pippen finds Garland. Van Exel against Jordan. Here's Pippen. And the slam dunk by Pippen.
No room for error there because he threw it down with both hands.
Pretty smart. Yeah, with the score this close, you can't afford any mistakes.
Boy, a missed slam would have been deflating. Nice to see him finish it off.
The Jazz call timeout. Russell, he's checked in for the Jazz. And the Jazz with possession here. Stockton dishes to Russell. Rodman passes to Malone. Over Grant. Rebound by Williams.
Got some space in the mid-range, but wasn't able to convert. Still, not a bad chance for him.
Pippen against Russell. Pass to Jordan. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen. Pippen's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Malone outside. And it's Malone finishing it off.
No doubt about it. That's a big shot. Huge from Karl Malone. He's definitely a go-to guy in this league.
Pippen feeling it out a bit. Williams has a screen for Pippen. Stolen by Rodman. Over to the wing. Malone outside. Williams with the rebound.
Tell you what, he does not miss many of those. He's usually a very strong finisher in tight.
And it's Pippen in the corner. Back to Williams. Stolen by Stockton. And now Utah, fast break. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Michael Jordan.
Pretty impressive ups from Van Exel, rising up over the defense for the throwdown.
Free throw good from Van Exel.
Unfazed by the moment. He delivers when his team needs it the most.
Stockton against Jordan. Takes a shot at the elbow. A rebound by the Jazz. Rodman's got 7 rebounds in the game. Malone kicks to Van Exel. Back to Malone. He nails it, and we're tied up. Malone's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Clawing their way back in it to even the score.
Incredible fortitude to bounce back like this. I think we're setting up for an awesome finish.
Now here's Pippen. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
That was tough to watch. He takes it all the way to the cup and just can't finish the job.
Out to Russell. Outside, Malone. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It goes on Horace Grant. free throw drops from Malone.
Hey, those and one plays can really be backbreakers in a close game.
And then slammed in by Jordan.
Well, Jordan has been fantastic.
Utah has gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Malone. And then Malone with the jam.
Calm, collected, and composed. Nicely done.
Yes, he coolly got that one to drop under pressure.
The Bulls call timeout. The Bulls call timeout. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Bulls call timeout. There's 48 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Pippen finds Jordan. Going inside. Yes!
Stepping up. Everyone holding their breath as Jordan proves the pressure is not an issue.
They should look to use the clock, coaches, as much as possible, right?
Yeah, they have the lead. No reason to rush anything right now.
Garland dishes to Grant. Look out!
How about that intensity that Jordan brings? I mean, this dude comes alive during crucial parts of the game.
The Jazz call timeout. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
I think this is where your coaching is really important, so important. They need a good play drawn up.
A chance to take the lead, drawing up the play to make it happen.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, that's a good play. I mean, fouling there in hopes of staying alive in this one, that's the right play.
They need every second they can get at this point. Do whatever they can to come back.
And that's an intentional foul. The first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a three-point game.
Absolutely massive free throw. That'll force them into a three-point attempt.
The Jazz call timeout. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
This is a tricky situation. I mean, they need to get some kind of bucket to stay alive. They got to do it fast, though.
Either a three-pointer or score quickly and take the foul.
Off the inbound. It counts. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Coming up huge. Nick the Quick. Oh, how good is that? Well, I think the foul was his only option to stop the clock. However, this is not a guy that you want at the line.
Yeah, he did what he had to do. You can't just hope the ball gets past a weaker shooter.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game. The Jazz call timeout. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
I think if they leave the three-point shot open, you take it. But it may be safer and wiser to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Well put, but they shouldn't force something up here. Have to be smart.
Here's Van Exel. He's off from 3. Well, they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. First, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Tremendous poise at the line. That should put this game to bed.
Time called here. The Jazz decide to talk it over. They trail by 5. Guys, what's your take?
You know, the game is clearly out of reach, but they still want to talk things over.
And Coach didn't call this timeout for this game. He called it so that they can be more focused and ready for the next one.
Six seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Laces one from 3.
They look to him offensively, a player who makes an impact on this end.
The Bulls call timeout. Jordan outside, and so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. Well, that'll do it. Thanks for joining us for Game 3 of the NBA Finals. For Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, and our entire 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Shoot. 2.
He's off on the first.
You know, you look at Van Exel, and he has tremendous speed and dexterity with the ball, and he knows how to get people out of their seats with his flashy style of play. He's a fun guy to watch work.
Dennis Rodman, he's checked in for Utah. And he sinks the second.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Ward the pass to Chambers. Outside, Davis. Eccles. He's defended by Stockton. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a deep three. The rebound by the Jazz. Also looking it over. Pass to Van Exel. Here's Malone. Off target at the rim. Here's Ward. Oh, and it's over. The Chicago Bulls are the new NBA champions. Oh, to be crowned a champion on the road is something else. To win and to do it with a crowd that was so emotional and so into this game, you've beaten the team and you've conquered everything that this great arena holds.
Yeah, it's a bittersweet moment for the home crowd. But all full credit to the visitors and the amazing job they did to never lose focus or drive. And boy, this is the moment they've been working towards all season long. And even if they don't get to celebrate in front of their home fans, that does not take anything away from the satisfaction.
And we've enjoyed bringing you every minute of the action here on 2K Sports. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next season.